Welcome to the Emerging Lawyer at the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is Gold Medals and Big Dreams inside the world of a legal trailblazer. We have with us Suruchi Kanoongo, Senior Process Executive Legal at Infosys BPM. From optimizing legal workflows at Infosys to earning accolades as one of the top 25 law graduates in technology, laws, and IPR, Kanoongo embodies innovation, dedication, and leadership in the legal domain. So, welcome, Suruchi, to today's coffee conversation. This is the start of year 2025, and we look forward to having conversation with people like you, sharing their journey and inspiring others through your work areas and your personal growth.
Thank you so much for having me in today's coffee conversation. Of course, a very happy new year to you and your team as well.
Okay, so let me explain to you the format. You're aware about the 2 rounds, the professional, personal, but there is a surprise rapid fire round, and where we have to be witty, funny, and quick, and you'll get to win this gift, which is
wow.
autographed by me and sent to you for your New Year gift.
That's great.
So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation, legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal, SMEs, companies with world-class software technology, tech training, and software licensing. So my first question for you, Suruchi, what inspired your interest in law? Was there a specific moment or person who influenced you to go into law as a career?
Okay, law as a career. This is very interesting. I would love to answer. So, I would like to tell you that my father is an advocate. So, the moment which inspired me to pursue law is that since childhood, I have been observing my father, his dedication in the practice, practicing law, litigation is his experience of almost about 35 years and the dedication and passion through which he pursues the legal field and tries to do justice. That was the moment which inspired me to pursue law. And also, to be specific about this, I have seen some lack of integration of technology. If we talk about technology, there is somewhere down the line, technology has not been properly integrated into our legal system when we talk about the court practice, litigation, and everything. So that was another thing which further instilled in me, sense of confidence that I should go ahead and pursue about technology law, understand how law and technology integrates. So overall, I would say yes. So it's because of my father and his years of dedication that, inspired me to pursue the law as a career option.
Wow. Okay. So continuing a conversation, as you said, K, you are interested in technology. So my question will be intellectual property and technology laws are evolving fields. So in these two areas, what excites you the most and what have you learned and implemented in your work areas?
Yeah, so talking about IPR, of course, as I've pursued 5 years of law, BA, LLB, I have always been fascinated about the subject intellectual property law as I delved into, the core areas, trademark, patents, and everything. So it's sort of, given me a thought ki, okay, I need to understand how patent works, how trademark works. And I further tried to reach out to people who are into these domain. And I tried to read the blogs, the articles, the research papers and everything. And then I decided after finishing my law, I decided I want to pursue masters in this particular domain. I tried to reach out for, good institutions which have this particular course. And of course, I'm grateful to have landed on Symbiosis Law School, Pune, and to pursue this particular technology law and IPR. But on this note, I have something personal to share with all of you and of course the team. Technology, legal tech is booming right now, but it was not at certain particular point of time earlier. So we as a students, when we were as a students, we used to scroll through LinkedIn and other platforms to know who are the persons who are into these domain. So I would like to really share that while I searched the term legal tech, I found one particular person at that point of time, Ms. Gautami Seth, who really helped me to understand the, how what legal tech is and how law and technology interact. So it is not just because of my own personal, efforts, but because of the help of others around me who are into these domain. These both the fields attracted me, and I am today here with a good amount of knowledge of both of these fields.
Okay. Suruchi, how do you balance implementing advanced tools for legal operations with maintaining traditional legal standards?
Okay, so yeah, maintaining the traditional standards is very important if if we talk about legal field. We cannot really undermine, having traditional legal standards or traditional principles of law and go ahead with technology, because for understanding technology, we really do need to have a good understanding of how traditional legal field works. So I would take a three-step approach for this. Number one is aligning. Number two is upskilling, and number three is evaluating. Because if we have to apply tech in the field of law and align both the things, so first of all, I would say it is very important, we need to understand the core fundamentals of the legal field. We need to see how it aligns in the upcoming area of technology and how it basically integrates. And number two, I would say upskilling. It is really very important because we need to really upskill the professionals or the team to understand the use case of technology and how it is helpful for us in our daily routine and process. So upskilling is something which I personally would say. And last is evaluating, because simply upskilling and aligning is not really gonna work. So we need to understand, we need to evaluate how it is working for us as a team or our organization, or at a personal level, how it is helping us to improve the efficiency rather than undermine the quality. So these are the three-step approach which I would say I suggest to follow.
Wow. So, Suruchi, what are the key elements you have to keep in mind while establishing legal workflows?
Okay, key elements is something, as I've earlier said, it is important that you should understand the core fundamentals of law. And if we talk about optimizing workflow or establishing workflow in a corporate setting, we really need to understand how businesses works, because without understanding how the process work, you cannot really dig deeper into establishing a workflow. So I would say that right from understanding how tech team works, how legal team works, how management works, how better you can optimize, and all the minute skills you need to understand in order to apply it in a real corporate setting.
Wow. Okay. Uh, so, Suruchi, you have gone through various internships
Yes.
from legal tech to civil litigation. So, how have these internships added value to your legal career and uh, your approach to law? How did it change?
Yeah, internships, a very buzzword today for all the student professionals in this legal world. Approach, you talked about approach. So yes, approach is something I've always been fascinated about. And even today, if I talk to students and guiding them through navigating their journey, I would definitely suggest them to have a right approach towards thing. Because I often believe that students do have perception, okay, there is certain internship application I would want to apply. There is another I would want to apply. They don't really delve deeper into it, what it talks about, why we are getting into that particular internship. My personal experience is I have worked, of course, with my father, who's an advocate, and as an interned him in the district court of Nagpur. Apart from that, I have had an opportunity to work in a legal tech startup, as I've told. So both of these experiences have given me a really multidimensional approach in the field of law. Because as we just discussed, traditional principles is very important. Understanding the court dynamics, understanding how the court procedure works, it gives you a sense of confidence when you interact with clients. It helps you to build and develop that confidence. It gives you an upper edge when it comes to in the corporate setting. If you are talking in a team, if you are having a say in a team, it helps you to further amplify your confidence. So that is one thing which I've learned during the court practice. And another thing, working in a internships like legal tech startup or other internships, it further helped me to boost my research skills. boost my understanding about that particular topic. Because when we say internship, we are looking for internship in our interested domain usually. So if you would land into an internship which interests you, you would really delve deeper to understand how that procedure works, how that particular concept is applied into the practical world. So knowledge and practical application, both of these elements worked really well for me. So I would suggest to have a different approach, sort of mix of each and every aspect in the field of law.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm continuing my conversation since uh, this question was with the internship and guiding. Uh, so Suruchi, you have been recognized as one of the top 25 law graduates in technology, laws, and IPR. So what study strategies helped you excel during law school, and what advice would you give to law students out there? Okay, how these accolades help in your legal career?
Okay, this is something which is very I'm fond of to discuss with people and of course with team of you. So study strategies. So I believe that strategy is a word which many students feel like, oh my God, strategy is something we need to define our goals. We have to write down on the paper, or we have to set our goals and achieve them. It sounds very difficult and very, too much, I believe.
Yeah.
Rather, I would suggest an advice to all the law students and, legal professionals out there to have a very simplified approach. So, one particular thing I have been fond of and I have developed. Of course, I was not the brightest, I would say, but I tried to be the best throughout my journey in law. So, 5 years of law, from the very beginning, I have developed this habit of creating my own notes. Nowadays, as you might be aware, people want ready-made things, to read and just sit in the examination hall and score good marks. But that will not gonna help you in the longer run, I would personally suggest. So I have been creating my own notes of each and every subject. I've been very passionate about that. Even today, if I found some topic, I would definitely try to pen down it on my paper, understand the concept, because that not just helped me in understanding the concept better, but it would also help me when I sit in the examination hall, if I'm writing my exams. It helps me to understand and apply the concept in a better manner. So that is one strategy. And of course, time management. I have personally observed students lacking, managing their time while writing law school papers. They really had a good understanding about the concept. But when it comes to writing the examination papers, they really found it very difficult and eventually they end up getting lesser marks. So managing time effectively while writing your law exam papers is very important. So these are the two things which I personally would want to stress upon: writing law school exam papers and understanding how time management works. It has really helped me to, achieve my targeted goals and desires. So yeah.
Okay. Uh, so now, Suruchi, who has influenced you from the legal world, and what lessons did you learn and implement in your work areas?
Okay, so talking about inspiration, I would definitely want to admit the fact that I usually don't get inspired by one particular person. So this is me. I observe each and every people around me, be it students, be it professionals, be it my seniors, be it my colleagues, each and everyone. I take little inspiration from everyone. Say for example, if there are students, when I even today, if I talk to my students, I also learn from them how
Mm.
they are navigating their journey, how I have navigated my journey. Even today, if I am in a team and I'm talking to my colleagues, it really helps me to understand how what their approach is towards thing. Because if you are not learning from others, you are really not growing. So I took inspiration from each and everyone around me. That is my approach towards learning things.
Okay, that's good. Now, how does a day look for you being a senior process executive at Infosys BPM?
Okay, how does what looks for me? If you could just,
I'll just repeat.
yeah.
How does your day look like being a
Okay.
senior process executive at Infosys BPM?
My day, yeah. So it is, of course, mix of productivity, of course. Productivity comes first when I talk about my work life. Secondly, sort of a fun because I would want to admit that I'm passionate about engaging in myself in hosting events and chatting with my colleagues, understanding how their work life is, and discussing about little things around me. So my days mix of productivity, relaxation, and that's how I spend my whole day. Because simply tirelessly working will not gonna help you overall develop yourself. So it's a mix of everything.
Wow, beautiful. So now my last question for your professional journey round. How has technology helped you and which legal tech tool has impacted your work?
So technology, I would say, at each and every step, technology is helping me. So right now, I wish I would have been present physically to have given this podcast. But now, technology in the form of Zoom call or everything is also helping me right now. Because of the distance. So during my work profile, I would say, as I'm much more into research and everything, case text and lex machina, there are two tools which helps us, to understand and apply. Because of the integration of artificial intelligence, it further helps to simplify our research and helps us to deliver the better products in front of the team. So apart from that, I would also say that we are in the process of building our own tools and technologies, understanding by applying the legal principles, but applying our own mindset and approach towards integrating tech. So in the process, we might learn and grow with understanding the more dynamics of legal tech tools.
Wow. Okay. Now let's go to the next round and understand Suruchi as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative growing years.
Okay, family. Yeah, so I'm very happy to be answering this because I have been born and brought up in such a good environment, which has been filled of values, aspirations, dreams, desired goals, and achieving each and everything. Because of the fact, as I've told in the very beginning, my father is an advocate. His practice, his dedication, his passion towards his field has inspired me, motivated me to just keep going forward and don't look back. Of course, our mother is pure bliss of love and caring. So her constant love and care each single day inspires me to unwind my day very nicely, even after a tireless effortless, like working hard or relaxing. And one more thing I would like to add on, I have two elder sisters. I'm blessed with them, two elder sisters, having two brothers-in-law. I am just so youngest and the most cutest in the family to be given care of. So looking their experience in the field of technology from such a long time, their dedication, their journey, in this IT sector has further inspired me to go ahead with very precision and confidence. So it's because of my this close knit family that I am today here, and I look forward to move ahead with more confidence and more inspiration.
Wow.
And of course, I come from a Marwari family, so the food and everything which we almost love. So that is also because food factor is very important. If you have to work hard, no, you have to be very particular about your food.
Thank you. Uh, so one of my questions will give me some hints for my rapid fire round.
Oh wow.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to your days at Symbiosis Law School. What are your favorite memories and experience from there?
Symbiosis Law School. Okay, I have been just constantly, this particular term is coming up to my mind since 1 year. So as I've decided to pursue, my 1 year master's. Initially, I thought, ki, okay, usually when we were students, we used to think, ki, okay, we have done 5 years of law now. We don't want to, invest more in learning and all that. But so initial thought was like, okay, there is 1 year of master's. Let me give it a try, and choosing to pursue specialization in innovation technology and intellectual property law from Symbiosis Law School, I would say that it has been a truly gem of a decision for me, because honestly the faculties there are very remarkable, and not just they are helpful in terms of education, but they are very supportive when it comes to approaching any opportunity and developing your mindset. They are indeed really very helpful, and I have personally transformed myself in that 1 year journey. And that journey, when it was coming to an end, I really thought if I wish I could have one more year here, to further develop my skill set and everything. Because research skills, which is very important in today's world, I have developed so much because of my dissertation. I would like to really stress upon my dissertation. I didn't knew that I would be so loving the process of, coming up with my thesis in the field of law, which was particularly about artificial intelligence in, police, how technology can be utilized by police. That is predictive policing when we talk about the concept. So all the faculties there were really very helpful to me while understanding the dynamics of, research and applying the empirical part of it. Overall, I would say my experience was truly remarkable, and I'm grateful for that.
Wow. Okay. So, as someone who enjoys impactful communication, who's your favorite public speaker or role model?
Okay, public speaker. Impactful communication, yeah, definitely I am very much into, but as I've just told, I am not particular in terms of having a role model in my life. Rather, I would suggest, of course, starting up with my father. He has been a true inspiration for me, and of course my two elder sisters and my brothers-in-law and my mother. So I see them as my role model because I have grown up with them. I have seen them, I've seen their dedication, hard work, and passion into their own fields. So yes, they are, of course.
Okay. So, but any particular public speaker you're following, getting inspired for your impactful communications?
Uh, Not really in terms of communication, but there is Richard Susskind about the legal field. So I've been very fond of going through his writings and, each and every aspect which he talks about how the lawyers would be in the future, like integrating AI in the legal field and everything. So that is one thing I usually look upon.
Mm. So, Suruchi, is there any hobby or talent of yours that might surprise people?
Okay, I have a lot of hobbies and talents. So I am very passionate about singing. Of course, after a long hectic day, I definitely give time to, I have instruments at my place. I sing, I dance, I host events. I used to anchor, and as an anchor, I used to entertain in the form of events and playing games and everything. Even at my workplace, recently I've hosted an event. So, but these are the things which I think each and everyone knows who are around me, who knows me, singing, dancing, and hosting events. But apart from that, with time, I would say that I'm able to understand how actually people works around me, like what are their approach. Because if we are talking to someone, I wouldn't say that I'm an astrologer or something, but I can understand what they are trying to convey, what they are trying to say, what they are trying to tell to me, or what is their approach towards things. So this is certain quality which I would say I've developed with time and because of having communication with so much people around me. So that is one thing I would say there's a hidden talent about me. So
Oh,
be aware if you're talking to me next time, someone.
yeah. So, for coffee events, you will plan out something because there are a lot of things, as I said, for 2020, there are a lot of things. So we'll
Yes,
connect with you and
definitely.
we'll plan a panel discussion on creative hobbies.
Right.
Because this
That
is
sounds interesting.
you're doing too many things, hosting events outside for your team members. So they are, what do you say, work doesn't make a jack. I can't that
Oh,
sentence.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I got you. Absolutely.
yeah. So not about all EAK work. We have to enjoy.
Right. We actually have to, and I believe this has been the perception of each and everyone, be it anybody, I believe. Even if you would, I would ask you definitely, you cannot just work and work. Of course, we need to have a sip of coffee as well in between.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, so Suruchi, visualize if you get 1 week away from work, what would you do?
1 week away from work, like completely. Okay, so number one, as I have grown up, I always have been passionate about having my own studio. I would really invest my time into, having my own setup of recording studio and everything. And apart from that, I also love to travel. So I'm looking for a time to reach out to my sister who resides in Switzerland right now, the beauty of the world. And I really would want to go, even if I would get a week of a chance, I would definitely go there again. And of course, I would like to have dance events. I would want to be a part of any workshop or events at, at a larger scale and everything. So likewise, and I would invest my time for a week because I really don't want to sit idle. I don't know. I really don't like to sit idle. I just want to do something and something, either creative in the form of my passion or either working and knowing about legal technology or the people in that particular domain, reading through their research papers and reading through their articles and blogs and gaining knowledge as much as I can.
What's one thing your friends would say about your work ethic or personality?
People on my friends do have the opinion that I'm very carefree and particular about my career prospect. I have often been hearing this particular notion from from my friends, family, and each and everyone around me that Suruchi, you are so particular. You know what you want to do. You're very clear about your career prospect, and you manage everything so nicely, be it your passion or profession. So this one notion I've been hearing, and I'm really grateful to have been hearing this. And I would say that I would live up to this particular confidence and go ahead in my journey.
Wow. Okay. My last two questions.
Yeah.
You have worked in diverse legal environments. What's been the most fun or quirky experience for you?
Okay, yes. So most fun experience during the time of, I would say, when I was practicing in the court, because in while you practice in the court, you met a lot of people around you, you interact with the clients, different types of people, I would say. So over a sip of chai or coffee at the roadside stall, we used to came across, certain people or clients wanting to get certain sort of help, and in the sense of, understanding how like law field is and working into that domain. So there's little factors which contributed to our daily routine and fun. It added to little fun in our daily practice of law.
Wow. So my next question, we have got this series, Sri Shakti. So what does Sri Shakti mean to you?
Stree Shakti. Okay. Stree Shakti, what I would say, living up to your, the actually helping people around you in the form of if somebody expects from you, you have to live up to that particular thing. But that is not Sri Shakti, I would say. Sri Shakti is something, you have your own values, you have your own aspirations, you have to observe things around yourself and then living up to that. So that is something I would say as a Sri Shakti I would like to stress upon.
Wow. So my last question, which will be googly for you. Describe Suruchi in one line.
Okay. Okay, myself only. So I would say a relentless self-learner and a dedicated professional, gracefully achieving her desired goals. And of
Wow.
course, inspiring others.
So let's have some fun. The rapid fire round. The one food you can't live without.
I love pasta.
Okay. Uh, One word to describe your work style.
Work style. Okay, very passionate, I would say. I'm passionate about my work.
Early bird or night owl?
Hollywood.
Tea or coffee?
Tea and coffee both, but yeah, right now it's coffee.
Your favorite color?
Black.
Didn't
Black.
you? Black.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, your favorite Marwadi cuisine?
That's of course churma. You've heard dal bati churma, so dal churma, yeah.
Favorite place from Nagpur?
Favorite place, I would say my college location because I have had so much fun with my group of friends of circle in that 5 years. So yeah, that is Law College Square, if you would know.
Okay. Okay. Best piece of advice received?
Never stop, just go ahead and pursue your passion.
Wow. Your motto for success in one sentence?
Just never stop, of course. try to reach out to people, communicate with them, build good connections, work hard, and achieve your desired goals. Because nothing is impossible in this world.
Wow. Your favorite music genre?
Uh, I love all sorts of music, like everything. I'm not very particular about anything, so I'm whole like passionate about the music industry.
Okay. Your favorite musical instrument?
Instrument is piano.
Wow, that's interesting. So you did very well, Suruchi, and you get this book as a New Year gift, which will be autographed and sent to your place. So, friends, it was a lovely conversation on a Saturday, uh, pre-lunch, having with like I'm having coffee with Suruchi.
Yeah,
Her
indeed.
journey, being a legal process executive, optimizing the workflows, her research work on predictive policing using AI, guiding students, interns for internships and for study strategies. So many things she's doing. Her passion for music, her studio, hosting events, and creating fun environment at workplace also. So that is hats off, Suruchi. So many hats you're wearing, and
Thank
you're
you.
thinking about everyone wherever
Yeah,
you're going. And welcome to the Coffee Tribe. You have to contribute to this community also. We look
definitely.
forward
I
to
would love
having
to.
more contribution from your side. So, friends, this is what Coffee Connection offers to you. You learn about the person, her interest, and her journey professionally. And she is a top 25 law graduate in technology and IPR. So subscribe to the Coffee Corner Show, where over 300 plus episodes are there on different subject experts and topics to learn, inspire, and take forward in your life. If you want to be featured like Suruchi, so visit our social media handles, the Emerging India Forum, the Coffee Corner Show, subscribe and comment over there. Our team will invite you to have conversations over a cup of coffee. So we meet with another coffee speaker, get inspired, and learn and do great things in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.